that real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 3 of the Revved Up podcast here on the WRLN network on our YouTube. Joining me with me tonight is the four of our commentary team: Keith Allen Ayers, Hazard County, Weston Grant, and a new broadcaster. She is going to make her broadcasting debut in the F1 series. This is Christian. She'll be joining our broadcast team as well as myself and the rest. So big welcome to Christian, and so yeah, so episode 3, everybody. Mike Senior's not here. I don't really know entirely where he's at. So we'll hopefully he'll jump in here in a little bit. Kind of wasn't prepared. Normally I can bounce everything off of Mike, but it's gonna be a little challenging. So Keith, we're gonna start with you.
Sure.
So, what's your favorite part about broadcasting here in the WRL?
I mean, I really enjoyed taking on the role of commentating the Busch series. I kind of got my feet wet last season, and I really enjoyed it. It gets to. Sorry, I don't know why I'm getting a little nervous right now. Anyway,
It's all good.
Yeah, it's my favorite part is just watching the races every week, seeing how competitive the truck drivers are, which they put on one heck of a show every week. I mean, the doubleheader at Bristol was an awesome race. Yeah, I just really love commentating.
That's good to hear. You want to talk about yourself a little bit, because this is about you guys. This episode is going to be about introducing you guys to the league and getting you all to just so everybody can put a face to a name and a gamer tag, and kind of just learn a little bit about your who you are as a person and as a racer and a member of the WRL. So I mean,
any recent promotions you may have gotten.
I only caught about half what he said. I only think I caught that was promotion.
Yeah, well, any recent promotions is what he said.
Oh yeah, I recently been promoted as the head VP of F1,
the World Championship Series.
Which I mean, I still can't believe that. I mean, that was awesome that you have let me take the reins of F1 and let me run with it, and I've really enjoyed it. The first race was kind of a bummer. I lagged out at the start, wasn't able to get back in, but my AA still scored a point for me, so I'm grateful for that, I guess.
Yeah, it's always a good thing. Do you want to talk about yourself as a person outside of the league, and what your interests and your hobbies, and what series do you follow? Like what?
Can you shut my door, please? Thank you.
Sorry. All right, Grant. We're gonna move on to you while he's talking to his mom. So, Grant, kind of the same formula. Questions I asked Keith. Oh wait, no, Keith, are you done now? Can you talk?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to do something for a minute. Sorry about that.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. So, talk about yourself a little bit and about your hobbies and interests a little bit. Kind of just talk about yourself. Explain who you are as a person and what you enjoy doing outside of league racing and that sort of thing.
Yeah. I have a Monday through Friday job. I mean, it's not a Fortune 500 job, but it's a job nonetheless. In my spare time, I do like to go to. I don't get to do very many of them, but I do like to go to NASCAR races, which is, I mean, awesome when I do get to go to them. I just live an everyday life, and I really don't do much else.
That was very inspiring, Keith.
Yeah, I don't. I don't sometimes talk in front of crowds of people, so this is kind of why I'm not very
Just pretend no one else
outgoing.
is there.
I'm trying.
Keith, just imagine that you're in the park with the boys. There ain't nothing else.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah,
chilling.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
So, Connor, uh, we're gonna God. So we're gonna move on to Grant here. So Grant, kind of the same formula. I know you're newer to the WRL, not as new as Hazard, um, or Christians for that matter. But what what part of broadcasting do you like? And then kind of the same follow up of a little bit about yourself and your past in racing and what you love about it.
Right. So, really, you have me getting to be in the booth, Keith and even Matt, who they couldn't be here with us tonight. A lot of it's just getting to hang out, watching some great racing from week to week, learning nuances of the tracks, the normal things like that. But really, just watching great racing. It's a passion that I love to do week in, week out, day to day of what I can, because I'm just a racer at heart, you guys. And, I'm like Keith, if I get to go to a race, it's like the most exciting thing I get to do anytime, you know. Um, home track here is Texas Motor Speedway. Of course, a lot of people don't like it because of the one groove and the repave and everything. I mean, still, the fact that I get to go to a cup race or, Xfinity, whatever it is an experience just by itself, regardless of the racing. So, I get very passionate with that. Um, other than that, just, hanging out with you guys and making the best out of life.
Yeah, I mean, this league, our admins, we do spend a lot of time together, making sure everything's ready to go weekend because the league runs 7 days a week. We always got something going on, whether it's NASCAR, F1, Wreckfest, SRX, GTA, or now we're getting ready to start iRacing here in the next 2 weeks. So it's a lot. The league has a lot going on for itself, and it's the admins that built it, not just any singular person. The admins as a
Yeah.
whole, they step up, and we keep bringing in more because we need more help to get everything ready to go. So it's great. I enjoy seeing it, and it's a good time. So Hazard, we're gonna move on to you, bud. Um, you're now not the newest broadcaster as of this morning. So what does you started at the beginning of the fourth season of the WRL, fourth season of Bush, fourth season of Truck. You're coming in, and it's a whole new thing. You've raced in other leagues, you've done other things. What is kind of like your league history, and what's your favorite part of the booth?
Yeah. So to start with me, you know, when I was very young, I was with an upcoming young group of superstars. For the young, it the league was called the Young Racers, which was basically a GR3 World Championship, and I started winning races and all kinds of stuff like that. I've won. I actually won in 3 races in a row in my first ever full season for that league, and I was pretty dominant. Um, then I got moved up into the ranks as a GR3 regular, and I got to be part of a Group 3 World Grand Prix, which was a race all around the world, and it was really fun. Came up third in the first race, and for the next couple, not very good finishes, but I tried really hard to prove myself. And then, after that, I started competing in, which was LERA, which was the next rank up, and then Muscle Madness came along. I'm working on getting my first championship in in Muscle Madness, and and now I'm here in the WRL trying to work my way up and get very close to my peers and everybody, trying to learn some new things about not only about myself but also to learn, you know, also to learn some mistakes that have happened and how to overcome them.
Okay. So I don't. So what is your favorite part of broadcasting? Do you like the Well, I'll just let you talk. Go ahead. I don't want to steal your thunder.
Yeah. For me, broadcasting to me is being part of the thrill, like being part of something that you want to thrive on. So when I started getting into commentating, I used to watch Monster Jam all the time. With when Scott Douglas was doing the commentary, and I had a lot of fun doing that. And I also transferred over to NASCAR, listened to Mike Joy, Larry McReynolds, and Darrell Waltrip, and it's really perfected my my voice to where I could get the correct tone and vibrato to where I can work in a very good environment and kind of be more of a good talent.
Okay, those are all very solid points. So we're gonna slide down to Christian down here, and so this is kind of like your chance to introduce yourself to the league. I know you and I had a pretty good conversation earlier, kind of about where you stand in all this, and I'm gonna try to get your feet wet maybe next week if you're available on Tuesday and Wednesday. Get in there with Keith and Grant on Tuesday, and then Hazard and I on Wednesday if you're available to have a little fun. But go ahead and just you can say as much as you want, or as little as you want about yourself. Kind of introduce yourself to the guys in the league.
I'm like extremely new to this. I just got like my steering wheel set up earlier in the week. I'm waiting for because I have a coffee table, doesn't work on that. So I'm waiting for the setup for my steering wheel to sit on. But I'm extremely excited. I mean, I grew up racing BMX, so apples and oranges, bicycles to cars. But I'm used to being in, a competitive field, and just listening to, people commentating. I used to live in California and used to go and watch races in Fontana. Absolutely loved it. I'm actually not too far from the Kentucky Speedway, so I haven't gone and watched a race there yet, but I'm planning on it next season. But I enjoy the thrill of watching, cars go extremely fast. Just the sound of it and the speed. I'm looking forward to getting to commentate with you guys and just kind of hang out and chill and be a part of it.
Well, I'm definitely glad to have you. I'm definitely glad that Damon brought you in. Got you introduced, and you and I talked earlier, so I'm pretty excited. I know Keith and Grant, they'll take pretty good care of you on Tuesday night. Then Wednesday night, that's when the fun happens, because I get all excited and I get real giddy when stuff starts to happen on the track, and it's quite fun to sit there and commentate.
I'm not gonna lie, like one of my favorite parts of going to NASCAR races, and it's like it's the crashes. Like just don't look forward to them, but just when they happen, it's just absolute madness. And yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like you never know what you're gonna get.
No, yeah, it's as much as you don't want anyone to be hurt, like anytime an accident happens, you're just kind of like, oh no, how bad is it?
Mm-hmm. I still, I'm still like, so I'm gonna I have to toot my own horn for a second. This week at Bristol in the Truck Series. That's all I'm gonna say.
Utter chaos.
It was utter chaos. It was horrible.
That race too was insanity. Is all I'm
The
gonna say.
first race was like perfect. It was great. But then the second race, like,
So,
I
the bottom
watched,
fell out. Like it's like what happened?
and I was like you guys were lucky to be in the booth, not on the track.
It's like Bedlam broke loose that second race, and we were going, "What is going on with these guys?"
Yep.
There was tons of flips and everything in there.
Oh, but the ending to the second race is probably the best finish in the WRL right now.
Oh yeah,
And
That was the best finish in the trucks this season.
I'm gonna try it. So I don't know if YouTube's gonna flag me for playing my own video. Do we think?
I don't think so.
Because I feel like we have to file a copyright against ourselves, right?
I'm new to this, so I couldn't tell you if that's going to happen or not.
Okay, I'm gonna try
I've
to.
been a YouTuber for a little while now, and
Okay.
I don't think they'll flag you for it.
Okay, we're gonna see if we can get it to show up
And
here.
you should be able to share your screen.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm gonna try to do here.
It's going to be absolute calamity of what you hear from me, Keith, and Matt, and I think there was like
I was in the booth with you guys during that because I was the in-race reporter. That's the other thing you get to do.
Yeah, let's see. We had Drake. I don't remember who else. Do you remember who else was in there, Keith?
It was Hazard, Drake, you, me, Matt, and I think that was it.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
We were supposed to have Gamer there, but he ended up not showing up too.
Yeah.
Gamer did show up at the Xfinity race though.
He and Jade both in the top 5.
Yes. Well, yeah,
The Drake was also there as an in-race reporter.
Yeah. Yep.
At least we'll gain a position.
What a shame for him. Had a good run going there.
Yeah.
Joey stayed out.
Put me back on chip.
Okay, so I'm gonna play this from the last. I believe this is the last restart. So, I don't know. How do we do that?
There should be a share button on the screen. Let me see.
Should be able to share your screen.
Yeah.
I think it's in more. And
More. I don't have a more.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, I do. That's captions, apps, record, share screen. There we go. Okay, so that one. All right, so what can you guys see? Okay, this is being a jerk.
Yep, I see it.
I can see it too.
Oh, you guys can see it? Okay, the stream
Yep.
can't see it. That's the issue.
We can, just the stream can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to fix. So can I drag this over here? Get out of Messenger. Oh, don't want to be in that either. We're going to minimize that. There we go. That's just the league email. I don't want anyone seeing the league email.
Right.
So, that's not what I wanted to do.
See it.
What?
We could still see it, Jade. The
Yeah,
league email.
You guys can see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but why? How can you guys see it?
It just pops up on the screen.
I just closed it out.
It's still there.
Here. Get out of the way, you jerk. Of course it's that one. There we go. Get out of there. There we go. Okay. Here. All of my trading paint's up. Do points. There we go. All the points up. While I try to figure this out to see it, so them to see it on the stream. On this.
Yeah, so there's the points for the Xfinity series.
Mm-hmm. Godzak commanding lead up front. Like, that's what, 51? No. 49? No. I can't math.
It's 348 to 289, so I think that's I believe that's 60 points.
Okay, so I think
Keith, am I right?
if I do it that way, they can see the stream. They can see the clip. So we're going to full screen it. So I'm trying to. I have the stream up. So
It's
I am.
somewhere, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of a high 50, low 60. I don't know the exact number.
Like I said, I think it's about 59.
Okay, there we go. I
Yeah,
got
it's
it.
59.
All right. I'm glad you guys can do math because I can't. So here we go. All right. So this is from the last restart of the truck race. And yes, Goose, we're still learning. I'm sorry, buddy. It's only episode 3, guys. We're getting it. All right. So here we go. So if it's gonna load, there we go.
It's going to be Caleb and Kevin on
can't
the front
see it
row here.
now.
Jordy
Green,
and
white
Jade.
checker, boys.
Jordy and Jade row 2. Here we go. 2 laps
You guys
to go.
can't see it now.
2 vets,
No, but we know what
right
happened.
behind 2 new drivers.
I think Caleb is going to get it done right here.
Oh,
Right.
3
Alright.
wide.
On my
3
YouTube,
wide for
so.
second. Jardy on the inside, looking like he has some good
Yeah,
pace
you
here.
can always do that too.
All right, boys, it's time by
Coming to the
flag.
white
Here we
flag.
go. White flag. Oh, they're wrecking in the back.
Oh, that might be it. Wait
All
for
Kevin
it.
has to do is hold it.
No caution.
Jade's going to push.
Caleb's
Oh,
got
man,
it.
everybody is giving everybody the bumper right now.
He's blocking. He's
Jardy's going to
blocked
sit
high.
it right
Side
here.
by. Here comes Jade around the outside.
He's going to get it.
Oh, Caleb got it. Oh, big wreck in the
Somebody
back.
is upside down.
16
like
is
a
upside down.
road wall.
18.
So that was kind of the madness of the second race. So we're gonna come back to the Zoom meeting now. We're gonna stop share. There we go.
Yeah, I'm
All
just
right.
looking at the finish again.
Got that
It
figured
was
out.
so intense.
It was. Normally I don't get upset at a race,
I
but
gotta admit, you were a little heated after
I
that race. Not gonna lie.
I was very heated after that. The
You
admin
were
meeting was
you were hotter than the equator after that race. I'm just saying that right now.
Yeah, you were.
I was pretty heated. And
Like,
you
dude,
know
I'm not
it's
even joking.
And you don't show your emotion often, but woo.
and you know
You had a
it's
good run on
racing.
the high side,
It was
and then all of a
racing
sudden,
and
Caleb just pushed you up into the wall.
you know I get it. There's a lot of factors that went into it. And you know we talked about how the stream didn't show that, you know, on the stream's view I wasn't bumped, but on my view, and I couldn't save the video to show that I was bumped, and it went right to the wall, and I was just like, whatever, I got put here, I'm gonna use it now, and I would have got him, but you know it is what it is, and it took
On the
me.
stream, Jade, I'm looking at it, and it looks like you did hit the wall. And you
Oh, I
had a
did.
good run on Caleb, and then Caleb just forced you up and hit you into the wall.
Oh, it you know it happens. It is what it is. You know, and
then
he's
Marty Party flew into the air and flipped over.
yeah. I mean, you know, it is what it is, and it's a good time. You know, I enjoy racing and racing with like that, and you know, Caleb, you know, he's fast, man. Once he gets his stuff figured out, and he like he said himself, like he's either winning races or he's spinning in the back. Once he gets it figured out to where he can be consistent every week, he's gonna be a
factor.
He's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. You know, him and Interghost, those are two very good pickups by D4C. Marty Party, he's a D4C loyalist, as I like to call them, drivers who
And
don't
may
really.
remind you, he did win 2 races this season.
He has. Caleb, he's like I said, like he said that he's either winning or he's spinning at the back. Caleb's fast.
And Jade has also won 2 races. One at Daytona, one at Sonoma.
I know. Oh man, that Sonoma race, man. Oof, my heart was through my chest watching racing that one. But yeah, it was a good time.
I was watching the stream because I was moving at the time. You were on fire the whole night, Jade.
I wasn't that good. Honest to God, I wasn't that good. I struggled, and I got caught up in other people's stuff, and it was whatever. You know, but then, you know, we got guys like Godzak, who got his first win at Mid-Ohio, his first league win. And that was a big deal for him. Casey Joe got his first win of the season. Marty Party has 3 wins now on the season because he won the first Bristol race. Who else won races this season so far?
I think it was just those 5.
Jardy won a race, I know.
Oh, and Jardy, yeah.
Jardy won a race.
Drake got his 3 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb's got 2 wins because he won at Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm
And
looking
then he
here at
won
the
at the second Bristol.
points. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking here at the points right now. So Gamer is the first driver out now. Drake, he's got what 2 wins on the season already.
Yes.
Drake's got 2 wins. Keith doesn't have a win yet. Plays doesn't have a win.
Maggio doesn't.
Jay Fergie, Goose, Scorp, Parky, C's, Drake's got 2. Maggio doesn't have 1. Nitro has a win. Casey has a win. And Nat and Turf do not. So that's crazy.
I know.
Then you got guys that are consistently good and consistently show up, like William Moore. He's the second driver out right now. Anybody, he's made every race. Warpig has missed only 1 race. Kev, he's made every race. Chase NASCAR, he's missed the last 2. Mike Senior, who's made every race. Grant, you made every race, but the first 2 races you didn't make it in through your heat.
Don't remind me.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Man,
Love.
those are a tough couple weeks.
Yeah, so that's Bush, and then if we go to truck points, which aren't done yet because we're waiting on getting the full second race results. You got Jarrett Reese who's leading, then myself, then Mentuin. Then it's 46 points back to Charlie Irwin, Dasher Cash, then Gar, then 20 points down to Nathaniel Schultz. Then another 7 down the Stephen Corley. The truck.
I think the stream shows the results.
No. If from the broadcast point of view, it doesn't. So then Bush team points critical role is just, they took over the lead in constructors, and they're ahead by 19 points right now over KAI Keith's team.
Those aren't updated yet, though.
Oh, they're not updated yet?
No.
Okay. Well, then they're not updated. Then we know truck points aren't updated. We moved to Wreckfest. Christian Soberg. I'm going to say it wrong. Soberg.
How many times did we did? Come on, man.
He's sober.
I'm sober.
sober.
Yeah. So, Christian Soberg, he's got 3 wins on the season so far in Wreckfest. Shades got 2. I've got 1. And we're the top 3. Then you go down to Matt Parkhurst, who's 9 points behind me. Grant, who is another 7 points behind him. Then CMS is 14 behind you. Then 7 to Warpig, and so on and so forth down the line. And it's crazy to me how many drivers we have that win races every season, every session, a season.
F1 points are done if you want to talk about that. Only 1 race has been done, but
okay, that's 1 race, and we gotta talk about Will. We gotta talk about my buddy Will.
Yep, Mr. Feature last week on the show.
Mr. Feature, Mr. who works for Ryan Sieg Racing. Got his first win in the league at Bahrain.
And that also qualifies him for the Hall of Fame.
Yes, it does qualify him for the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Make sure.
So, Christian, if you ever get a chance to talk to Will, it is something amazing just to get the knowledge from him about actually being inside with the team. It is some of the most in-pound information you could probably get from anybody.
That is one awesome dude. Let me tell you that right now.
He should be hopping on a plane here pretty quick to come back.
After celebrating a good top 10, I feel like that would be a good spot.
No, double top 10. Both cars finished 9th and 10th.
Yes.
In the race today.
Oh, really?
Both cars, 9th and 10th.
Double top 10.
That's pretty good for them.
Mm-hmm. Then we keep looking through here. We're looking at um, F1 points here. William Moore 25 right off the top. Then Chase NASCAR 18, Damon Contos 15, Anthony Camerata 12, Jimmy Best running for Ferrari, running under Ethan Bergloff at 11, Connor, he's the second Red Bull driver running at 8, Jarrett Reese 6th, TG Herbert 4, myself running under the Fatal Banner got 2, Keith got 1, Kev did not score any points. He DNF'd. KJ DNF'd. And C's DNF'd. So that's both Haas's and one William DNF'd in the race. KI running the AlphaTauri. Damon Contos and TJ Herbert running for Mercedes. Anthony Camerata running for Alpine. Cam Racing, his team. Jimmy and Jarrett Reese running for Ferrari, Bergloff Motorsports. So, our defending world champion didn't make the first race. So, that's going to be, that's a little unnerving for,
It's
for
going
his
to make
team.
it hard for him to try to defend his world championship.
I mean, it's only one race. I mean, it's just like DNFing,
Yeah,
but it's
but
just you really don't want to start a season off missing the first race.
no.
No, you don't.
And that's the beautiful thing about F1 with having reserve drivers. It still helps the constructor battle, which we haven't got to that yet. So, Aston Martin, More Speed Inc., 25 on top, KAI 19, tied with Mercedes. The Ferrari camp at 17, Cam Racing at 12, the Red Bull Fatal Motorsports Inc. at 10, and the Williams and Haas are both at 0. Now, we are looking for more drivers to come race F1 with us. It'll be fantastic when we do get some more. But yeah, so it's craziness. I really do
It's even
enjoy.
more crazy than the trucks.
So the
We
next
didn't.
F1 race is next Thursday. We will be at Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
Oh boy, that's gonna be a good race.
That'll be fun.
We're following the actual schedule, so we're going off of every race.
Yep. The only difference is that our spring break will be over Christmas, and it's gonna be a little later in the season, just to kind of help out.
Yeah, I gave us a 4-week break, so
Yeah, we'll get a 4-week break over Christmas, but the league takes its break. The last race of the season, last race before the Hall of Fame, will be in F1. I don't remember what race it is off the top of my
Abu
head.
Dhabi.
Thank you, Hazard.
Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
Well, no,
Yas
not
Marina.
of the not of the season of before
No,
Christmas.
before the break, Hazard.
Oh, before the break.
Before
Yeah, I
the
don't
break.
remember what it is.
Is it Coda?
The
I don't-
schedule is done. I don't remember what the race is off the top of my head.
Let me look on my phone here just to confirm. I have all this stuff saved into my phone. That's Wreckfest.
Well, I will be back later.
All right.
All right, Grant.
Okay, Grant.
We'll see you later, buddy. Thanks for hopping in.
Yeah, I'll probably try to jump back in here in a little bit.
Okay. So the race before our break will be Hungary, the Hungaroring.
The Hungarian Grand Prix.
Yes, the Hungarian Grand Prix. Because then that'll be on the 22nd. The 23rd will be Hall of Fame, the second year of it. It'll be pretty exciting. Myself, Jarrett Reese, and Charlie Irwin all got inducted last season. 3 more inductees this year.
Yes, so it'll be crucial for these guys to get their first win and their chance to be inducted.
Yeah, because if you are an admin or you are a race winner, you get automatically added onto the ballot every year. I guess Scorp didn't get an invite. Could have swore I sent him one. No? Let me send him one.
Speaking of the Hall of Fame, I was close to getting in last season, but I lost it to Charlie Irwin by 1 vote.
1 vote, Keith.
I
Well, at
was
least you'll
one
get a
vote.
chance this year.
I was 1 vote away from making the Hall of Fame last season.
Well, at least you might be confirmed for this year.
I think I'm all but shooing for the battle this year.
Yeah, Scorp, you did get an invite, bro. It's sitting in your inbox on Discord.
In your privates.
Yeah, in your private messages. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for it. Got a lot of big things coming. You know, with big talk of iRacing being the first. We're gonna be running the Xfinity cars. We're working on the schedule because apparently people didn't like my schedule, so we're gonna make it a little easier on everybody.
Yeah, we can all. Even the Xfinity cars can run on certain tracks that have never been ran before.
Yeah, like Knoxville and Eldora.
Yep.
Even F1 tracks like Sao Paulo.
Red Bull Ring, I think, is on the schedule.
Red Bull Ring is on the schedule. That's the only race that I want on the schedule, guaranteed. I don't care about the other ones.
There's even talks of Sebring being added on the schedule.
Sebring is going to be on the schedule as well. Will wants that's the race Will wants, so we're going to put that on the schedule to help Will to get Will what he wants. So so what's going on, TT? I see you're watching the stream, my buddy Tyler. But yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting stuff. No, you said normally Mike's here and he's got something. I don't know where Mike's at.
I wonder if Mike's internet's out.
Maybe. I'm not sure. But the other exciting stuff here. Let's look to the future for next week's for Christian's first races with the WRL, what she's going to be getting herself into.
Yeah, so next week the Xfinity cars get to head to Bristol.
Yes,
that I believe will be now a 50% race, correct, instead of 225.
Yes. I made that announcement during the Phoenix race.
Yeah, the
during
Phoenix
the
race.
Phoenix race, yeah. So
where are the trucks heading to? I forgot.
I'm looking right now.
I don't remember.
We're going gambling in Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yes.
Honestly, I do like us running one single race Wednesday instead of 225. So I think that makes more sense.
Yes, and like
we
I said,
have a couple more double headers.
We do. But
that won't come for a little while though.
Yeah, they won't come for a little while, and that's all right. We got it's gonna be really good for I think the Busch guys to get one race, and with it being Bristol and with it being completely double points, I think that's a good compromise because the 225 races they were too short for the truck guys.
The Xfinity cars get 75 laps at 25%.
Yeah, which I feel we'll just give them the full 150. Let them have their stages. Let them have their double points. Let them battle it out. Let them have fun. The trucks at Vegas, that's going to be a good time.
And which means Keith can finally catch up.
Oof. He just called you. He just called you out.
Not trying to call. I wasn't calling. Okay?
I know.
That will be a good chance for me to close the gap on Godzak, but anything can happen. So.
Yep. Godzak, man, he's on a tear right now, Keith. He is on a tear. The other thing.
This is why we call him Mr. Podium.
Well, I mean, with myself, I started the season. I think 11th or 12th in points. I've quietly climbed up to second. So, I when I race, I'm consistent, or try to be at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're looking at SRX. They got 2 races left.
I believe Jarrett Reese all but has SRX locked up.
Yep, he has to at least not finish last the next 2 races. Then he will have another
DNFs.
Well, I don't think you can DNF in SRX.
You can't DNF out of an SRX race.
So he has to just finish not last in the last two races at Madison Lake and Lucas Oil. Then he will be the SRX Season 1 champion. Later
So-
tonight in about 40 minutes,
Wreckfest.
Wreckfest. We are going to Deathloop for 10 laps. Then the main circuit at Eagles Peak Motor Park for 15. The Espadalen Raceway short circuit reverse for 15. Recnado for 25. And Bloomfield Speedway's dirt oval for 25 laps as well.
And then our demolition derby for the night is
I think we're gonna go to Madman Stadium for the night.
Madman's one of my favorites.
Madman is a great place to go. So it's gonna be fantastic. Everyone enjoys Wreckfest. Wreckfest has always been a fun series. I'm glad we reinstated it for this season.
That way you can get other chaos, plus flips, plus everything you get in trucks. Plus you can take it out on anybody you want.
Yeah, so Caleb said he's excited to space it out a little more in Vegas. Buddy, I said the same thing during the admin meeting. I'm ready for space.
Yes.
I'm ready for us not to rely on the draft to race each other. I am ready for us to space it out a little bit, be able to go gambling in Vegas. It's going to be a great time.
As long as you don't hit Snake Eyes in Vegas, you'll be all right.
Oh, Snake Eyes are lucky, man. That's like the number 7. I enjoy the number 7 and the number 13. I like them both.
Sometimes 13 can be unlucky.
Yeah. So, Christian, you're kind of quiet. You're just taking this all in, enjoying this.
Pretty much.
This chaos
Well,
that we
don't
have
worry,
here.
You'll be calling Wreckfest tonight.
Oh yeah, sure. Listen, you're more than welcome to watch the stream. We'll be watching from my POV of Wreckfest, so it'll be a great time. You can watch the utter carnage that's going to happen. And there's only 8 of us.
100% be watching.
Oh yeah, there's only 8 of us that are signed up for Wreckfest, so I'm a little not excited for that.
Concerned.
Yeah, it's not going to be as fun as it was last week. Well,
you could join us if you want to make it 9.
Oh no. Oh no.
She immediately says no. I don't blame her.
Keith, you have to sign up too, buddy.
So,
no.
Come on, Keith. Come race with us. So Goose asked is there any more road courses in Busch? Let me look at the schedule here.
I think there's at least 2.
I think Road America and Watkins Glen are left.
So we have Watkins Glen and Road America. Yes, they're the only 2 road courses left. Next season, if we have, because I don't know what we're going to be running in the spring. Or, the next, because in January, we're starting up Cup in development. And then I'm going to let everyone pick what we want to run in the fall, or I'm going to wait until the new game comes out and see what, we're going to get. Because we're not getting a new NASCAR game this year.
Not until next year, at least.
Yeah, so
but we're getting a new DLC.
Yes. So as long as that DLC is eligible for online, that's gonna reshake up the entire cup,
grid.
the cup roster.
We'll have to double check, but I believe that update is online eligible.
So we're gonna see. Yeah, Goose, they are your 2 best road courses. You smoked me at the Road America last season. We're not gonna talk about that cup race. That was not fun for me.
And Grant's back.
Oh, Grant came back.
I mean, I was able to stay with Goose and Casey last season when they ran Road America, but that was it.
Someone we haven't talked about a whole bunch is Casey.
I mean, he has won a few races.
Not this. I don't think
He
Not this season. He hasn't won. He
So
hasn't made all the races neither. That's very uncharacteristic of him.
yeah, why he
Well,
has.
I mean, it's understandable. He did just have a child not too long ago.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, that's right. He did. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I was gonna say that's kind of that comes first.
Oh yeah, family comes first. Absolutely.
Family is
Yes.
the biggest thing in the WRL. Family, family, family. Mike Senior says we are one giant family, and he is correct. Case, if you're watching, buddy, love you, bud. Miss ya. Can't wait to see you back on the track, man.
And can't wait to see you back in the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Casey in here one of these nights. He is our defending Season 2 and Season 3 Busch champion. He wasn't supposed to race. He wasn't supposed to race for the championship, but was it a tornado that happened last season with Jay Fergie? And he lost power. Was that who it was? Anyone remember?
No.
No? Am I the only one?
I was a bit newer, so I don't think I remember that.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't remember. I know Jay Fergie because he won Mid Ohio, but he couldn't race the Cup race or the Busch race because of he didn't have internet or something. I think is what it was. And with that being happening, we slide the fifth driver in and move the fourth driver back out. And then we still have four drivers competing for a championship. And yeah, Goose is another one who normally has 2 or 3 wins, or at least a win now by this point. Oh, we lost Grant. Bye, Grant.
I have a good time.
Yeah, Goose, Goose is. There's a lot of, the fast drivers. Like, Godzak, he said it the best. Our series have gained a lot of talent this year. And it has been crazy. The amount of talent.
Not to mention the trucks either, as well.
Yes, the league.
I'm in there driving the 3 for KAI.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my first top 15 for Keith, so I'm not too disappointed, but I know we can all improve.
Mm-hmm.
Keith and the team are working hard to trying to get the things right. And we wanted to talk to you about something, Jade. Me and Keith have been talking about it for a little while. I was hoping that I can help Keith by creating a team, like pretty much doing a merger, to where I can help Keith fund and get some better equipment.
Oof.
Here we go. Here we go.
So the thing with that is that Keith is already an alliance team of Fatal. So this is a good question for everyone who doesn't understand the whole alliance deal. So the flagship team is okay. Hold on, it's gonna be better if I write this down, so I know what I'm saying. So the way that this works, I'm gonna explain the entire Fatal organization to you. Okay. Okay. So you have Fatal in the middle. If I could spell.
And then with the alliances in Busch, it's me and Critical. In Truck, it's me and Parabellum.
Yes. So the first branch off is going to be Cup. So my 2 alliance teams in Cup is going to be is Critical Role.
Parabellum is the other.
And Parabellum Motorsports is the second. So because every team is allowed to have 2 alliance teams at one time. So now if we go to Busch, then we have Critical Role.
And then me.
And KAI. Then we go to Truck.
Again, me and Parabellum.
Yep, and we go back to Parabellum and KAI. Then F1
me
is KAI, which would be AlphaTauri, because we're Honda.
Mm. And I'm not sure about any others in F1.
I think it's Fatal, just Fatal.
I think it's just Fatal and myself in F1 that are affiliated with each other.
Yeah, that's it, because we're the only two Honda power units.
Everybody else is either Ferrari, or Mercedes, or McLaren.
Yep, Merc, McLaren, and Ferrari. So yeah, so that's kind of how the Fatal organization works. Now, granted, we do have the Wreckfest program, which is just Fatal. Then we have Gran Turismo, which technically Nitro Racing is our affiliate in there. And then we're having the branch out to iRacing now, which iRacing is its own whole animal, which is why I need the LLC for, which I said beforehand. Next week I will be starting to work on the LLC for the league for everybody. So I need to get me and Miss Marcella are going to be getting in touch to do what we need to do for that. I'm going to start the process on that so we can get that, because we got some exciting things coming up that I can't unveil quite yet. So the admins don't even know. So that's the even better part.
Darn.
Yes. I've been doing a lot of work when I'm not in parties and stuff, and talking with the leagues. Then Fatal itself, it's going to be making its run on iRacing. I'm going to have 4 drivers running in Road to Pro. Actually, I may have 5. Fielding 5 cars to Road to Pro here next February. So that's going to be a big thing for Fatal as well. And it's going to bring some stuff back to the league as well. 5. I might have 5. Keith, there's a lot going on over there. It's a revolving door.
Like I know you're trying to pull me over there, but
not for Road to Pro unless you're going to be ready. Which I don't know if you're going to be ready for Road to Pro by then. It's someone else, Keith. Don't worry.
Oh, it's another time for another day.
Yeah, exactly. When I know more, you'll know more.
Fair enough.
Gar wants to know any more short tracks. Let me look at the schedule here.
I think we have at least one more repeat race.
Okay, so we just raced Bristol. We'll go to Talladega, Pocono. Trucks. This is truck schedule. So next is Vegas, then Talladega, then Pocono. So in 3 weeks.
That's a doubleheader.
No, that's only a doubleheader for Busch. Because
that's a doubleheader for trucks.
That's the catch up Busch with truck.
Yep, that's the catch up race.
Because technically Busch is still 1 week behind because of the Chicago incident.
Yep. So we go Talladega, then Pocono, then Canadian Tire, then New Hampshire, Gateway, Darlington. So yes, there are more short tracks coming.
All I could say is, thank gosh, I'm just a commentator for truck and not a truck driver.
Oh, don't worry, don't worry.
Keith, bad news. It's in Busch too.
I could deal with that.
Don't worry. New Hampshire and Gateway, that's a doubleheader night.
Yep.
Darlington's a full distance. The Glen is a full distance. Eldora is full distance, double points. Then the playoffs start. Our 6 playoff races. Michigan, Dover, Kansas doubleheader, double points for both races. The Indy Oval, and then Homestead.
Which is double points also, I think?
No.
Oh.
Nope. The other thing I wanted to talk to Grant, is he back in here? Yes.
Yeah, he's here.
So the other thing I want to discuss with you is maybe knocking the second Kansas race and making it a full distance double points. And also that week of Kansas, that will be a remembrance race for those, for you who do not know. A remembrance race is when I allow custom schemes for everybody, and it's true. It's a race where we try to remember somebody that we lost, or some people run patriotic schemes for the veterans. It's a really, really cool night. We highlight the schemes. We talk about them a little bit. It's a pretty good night. Kansas, it holds a special place in my heart for my buddy Darkness. I'm not going to go into it, but he holds a very special place. So every time I go to Kansas, I always run something pink on the truck or the car. So it's a very somber night for me. I've been very close to winning this race very many times, and I'd like to win one just for him. So, and I know Jardy's the same way. Keith's the same way. Darkness has been a good friend of ours for a good 3 or 4 years now. Keith.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, so he's a good buddy of ours. So, yeah, Gar, I mean you're pretty good at short tracks. Your WR debut, you won at Martinsville. So can't you're pretty good at short tracks there, bud. But yeah, it's we are gonna getting ready to wrap up here because it's a little after 8. We got some Wreckfest, so any last minute entries, go ahead, add your name to roll call. I will okay it this late. If you want to race, get your name in there so we can have some extra bodies in there tonight for some extra carnage because we do have a figure 8. So, it'd be
And a
cool.
dirt oval.
And what?
And a dirt oval.
And a dirt oval. So, like I said, if you guys want to jump in there for Wreckfest tonight, put it in roll call. We can have up to 16 in the lobby, so we need some bodies. And you don't have to race all the time. It'd be cool just to get some other people in there. Then later tonight, I will be streaming my Madden franchise game against the Dolphins. Overall, Madden, I'm 5-1. Dolphins are 3-3. Grant, what's your record in Madden right now?
I'm 3-3. I ended up losing to Poppy.
Yeah. He's not too. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Keith, what's your Madden?
I am 2-3.
2-3. Okay, we're in week 7, so you had your bye week, right, Keith?
Yes, this past week was my bye.
Keith or Grant, have you played your new game yet?
No, I haven't. I was actually planning on doing that after Wreckfest as well.
Okay, cool. So Grant and I will be in a party.
I'm also gonna play my week 7 game tonight.
So, Keith,
get all 3 of us at a party then.
Keith, I think you need to come race Wreckfest.
Come on, Keith.
One night.
Keith's won a couple races in Wreckfest. So.
He has one night only. Keith, come on, buddy.
Come on, Keith. Jardy, if you're listening, you should join too, bud.
Come on, Keith. You know you want to.
Come on, Keith.
I'll think about it.
Well, you got like 22 minutes to think about it, so.
Oh, by the way,
think about it.
Guys, comment down below of who Keith looks like in real life, like an actual driver. Like, comment down below.
Oh my gosh, that could be anybody.
We went over this during the podcast. Before the podcast started, I said he looked like Sebastian Vettel. An older Sebastian Vettel.
Like Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah, you do. You got his hairline.
Wow. Okay. I see you, bud.
Rip Keith.
I don't know why I do this to myself. I really don't.
Hey, Keith, you should come join Wreckfest now. That way you can take some anger out.
Oh my god.
I can't. I just can't do this.
Sure you can. Oh man. But yeah, so Christian, what do you think?
Hang on. One of my headphones just like fell out of my ear.
It's okay.
No, it's y'all are fun. Like you have a good, like relationship with each other, and I can't wait to get to know everyone better and commentate with you guys. So
yeah, we're
honestly, I'm excited to see you, jump in this coming week and kind of get your feet wet. As Jade said, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I know you're going to enjoy it a lot.
I'm looking
You do have
forward
to
to
make
it.
sure
I
she does
definitely
have
am.
some games, though.
I mean, I just bought F1. I was gonna buy as soon as I got off. NASCAR. I'm totally blanking out right now. It's been a day.
It's all good. It's all good. Just
But I honestly can't wait for my little like setup to come in tomorrow. It's supposed to be in tomorrow at some point, so I can actually like drive. I'm 5 feet tall, so trying to drive on the coffee table was like I have to see how tall people feel. So
So,
great.
what kind of wheel do you have?
I'm sorry.
What
Just out of
wheel?
curiosity, what kind of wheel do you have?
I bought a G29.
Okay,
Good stuff. Good stuff.
That's a good wheel.
Logitech
that's
all the
like
way.
a league standard here.
My little brother drives in another league, so my idea was to get like the same setup he has, so that way he can't be like, oh, you spent more than me, and that's why you're better than me. So
Oh, okay.
my end goal is to be better than my little brother, but
For the record, my little brother has a Logitech G27. A little older wheel, but it works.
yeah,
I mean, I also have a wheel, but it's in storage right now because it doesn't have because we have nowhere to set it up. I run a Thrustmaster T80 because I'm not used to having a wheel before, so I have to start slow.
Ugh.
Hazard,
T80s.
let me give you a word of advice, dude. If you ever end up upgrading your wheel to a T150, or even switching over to Logitech, be careful with that force feedback because it is a beast.
Yeah, that's why I start off with no force feedback first. That way I can build up my confidence to where I can handle the force feedback and be used to a wheel. Then I can upgrade.
See, I'm more of a trial by fire kind of guy. We turn that we turn that the whole way up, and then we have fun with it. Like when I wreck in iRacing, it's like wrist breaking how bad it is. Like if I need to put a I need to put a I need to actually extreme with my camera on, and so you can see how much I'm cranking the wheel to turn. Like it's bad. Daytona's not fun. We all saw how Daytona went with me and Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. 22Wax.
22X. Yes, sir. 22X, and I didn't regard a single X of it. It's a great time. I do want to take a second to thank our sponsor, Steve Rogers of Rogers Racing Engines, who supports the league. He buys trophies for the Busch and the Cup Series every season. So I do want to thank him for all he does for the league. Can't wait to talk to him. I haven't talked to him in a hot minute. I'm going to have to talk to him pretty shortly, see what's going on with him. Then I do want to thank everyone who came out and was watching the stream tonight. I want to thank the drivers for always being here, showing up every night. We average 18 to 22, 23 drivers in truck a week. Then Busch, it's anywhere from 33 to 24. So it's
24 to 33.
Yeah, order of operations. So
Oh my god.
But yeah, I just want to thank everybody. Appreciate you four coming on. Christian, welcome to the league. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
But other than that, you're welcome. Other than that, we got 16 minutes till Wreckfest. Keith, put your name in roll call. Let's go. Come on, dog.
I told you I will think about it.
Well, listen, you thought about it. You're doing it. I'm telling you. That's the bottom line.
The Stone Cold said so.
The Stone Cold said so. Oh boy.
Get in the game.
Get in. Just do it. Just bring it, as The Rock says. Just bring it.
Oh my god.
Well, as I say, EA Sports, it's in the game.
Well, there's that too. So, with that being said, Hazard, do you want to do your outro, buddy?
Yeah, so thank you all for watching this awesome episode of the podcast. So with that said, I would like to thank Jade Burr for bringing me on. And to thank Keith Allen Ayers, a.k.a. Kitty. Where's your meow, dang it? You're too slow on that.
Keith Kitty Ayers, Meow Meow Racing.
And then we got Weston Grant.
That is so
And the new commentator, Christian. I am Hazard. My name, real name's down there. If you want to start using that from now on. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, keep going on worldwide, and we'll catch you later down the road.